golden bridge of color. It was one of those winters when the film work had dried up and I was riding the city instead. Deliveries after deliveries, rain tapping against the visor, breath fogging in the cold. Freedom, yes, but hungry freedom. The kind where you keep moving because stopping isn't an option. That morning in Kensington, I slowed down, as I often did, beside a Ferrari I'd been quietly admiring for months. Green metallic, deep and alive, a color that shifted depending on where you stood. I took a photo. I didn't rush it. I let the feeling sit for a second, then carried on. As I rode toward Knightsbridge, something else caught my eye, a chameleon Mercedes G-Class. Its surface refused to settle into one color, gold from one angle, green from another, then yellow, then a trace of blue. Not painted so much as responsive. I stopped again. Another photo. Near Harrods, the city offered a third reflection, a gold Ferrari glowing warmly against the gray London street, almost unreal in that winter light. I took one more picture. Green, chameleon, gold. Without knowing it, I had just collected a palette. I finished the delivery. Then came the ping, an email asking if I was available for a makeup test for a film called Christmas Karma, a major production, a very well-known singer playing one of the main roles. I replied yes, not expecting anything because these things rarely land. 5 minutes later, the confirmation arrived. The next day, they were waiting for me. When I walked into the test room, I met two women whose presence immediately felt calm and focused. Their hands moved like they already understood what they were about to do. There was no rush, only attention. "So," one of them said gently, studying my face, "how shall we do this?" "I'm imagining a tree," the other replied. A golden tree, painted on the side of his face along the cheek. They began working. Then the second artist paused, smiled, and reached into her pocket. "Look what I found at home yesterday," she said, pulling out a pearl green metallic pigment. It was the exact shade of the green Ferrari I had photographed the day before. They decided to combine it with gold. As the colors blended and touched the side of the face, something remarkable happened. The surface shifted as the light moved. Sometimes green, sometimes gold, sometimes a subtle hint of blue. It looked exactly like that Mercedes, the chameleon one, alive again, now breathing on skin. Standing there, watching those pigments become a face, the whole day folded inward on itself. The photos, the route, the rain. The quiet attention I had given to small moments while riding through the city. The world, gently and without drama, had mirrored it all back. My ordinary, tiring delivery work hadn't been a detour away from life. It had been the same road that led me into a room where chance, care, and timing met, where something beautiful was made simply because attention had been placed with honesty. You don't have to call it luck, you can call it presence. Riding through cold weather, stopping because something catches your eye, taking a photo without needing a reason, answering one email. These are small acts, but when they align, they become stepping stones across water. That day, the golden bridge appeared quietly, attention on one side, opportunity on the other, and color, timing, and care forming the planks in between. If you're out there riding in rain, snow, or uncertainty, remember this: the universe doesn't always respond with fireworks. Sometimes it answers with a mirror, a color, a door, a moment that says, you were paying attention. And that is enough to cross. Only after everything was finished did I notice something else. The car I had called a chameleon, the one whose colors kept shifting, wasn't just a description. The singer in the film, the one whose face carried those colors, has his most famous song called Chameleon, and the role he was playing was the ghost of Christmas, a being that appears, transforms, and disappears again. I hadn't thought about that while it was happening. The meaning arrived later, as it often does. And then another memory surfaced. Years ago, maybe 15, I took a photograph in Madame Tussauds with a woman whose name I didn't truly know then. She was only a wax figure to me at the time. Her first name is Eva. 15 years later, I found myself standing beside her again, this time not in wax, but in life, working together on the same film. Looking back, I see it clearly now. Some moments don't connect immediately. They wait. They let time stretch the bridge slowly, quietly, until one day you realize you've crossed it already. Not everything reveals its meaning when it happens. Some meanings reveal themselves only when you stop and look back.